did you find it?
I was on my way up to Maine last year and I had a flat tire. What do you think of it?
Oh, well, it's the kind of place you find when you have a flat tire.
Well, I've taken a year's lease to write my autobiography. And what a beguiling name. Beaver Haven.
Don't get me wrong. It's the kind of, it's a perfectly lovely little dump. If you're only going to spend a week here in sin.
Well, Beaver Haven's going to be the birthplace of my autobiography.
You know all my life.
I don't want to die with people thinking I'm the same kind of idiot that I was when I played those roles. And it's perfect. It has a garden. Did you know that I've always wanted to plant tomatoes and raise them?
It must be your frustrated maternal instinct.
And it's already furnished.
Well, that's what you say about a hotel room.
You can't raise tomatoes in a hotel room. And I won't have to change a thing. The trouble with you, Tom, is that you've no affinity with the earth. You forget, I was born on a farm.
You forget that you were hustled off to Hollywood when you were 2. You haven't been on a farm since, and the closest you have been is the farmer's market.
And the other trouble is, you're a cynic. Instead of an agent, you should have been a mortician.
I feel like a mortician, burying you out here in the sticks.
Well, like I said, Beaver Haven's going to be the birthplace of my autobiography. I don't want to die with people thinking I'm the same kind of idiot that I always played.
Aren't you worried you're going to be recognized? You'll never get a moment's peace.
How can people recognize me? I never played what I really looked like. All the characters were moronic. Did you know that when I was 3, I played a boy? Baby John, like the Lassie series. It was really a male dog playing Lassie. Or was that Rin Tin Tin?
I wasn't born.
In my teenage years, I played that idiotic Smithers girl. And you know what the last 20 years have been. That dang toothless Granny Gertrude from that dang Moonlight Mountain series. And that's the trouble. I don't know who I really am. So don't say I can't grow tomatoes. I've been exposed to manure long enough.
Myra, do you realize how much you've made as Grandma Gertie?
No, but I'm sure the government does.
Oh, to think how much I could have made for you in a new TV series.
Never again. I've brought all of my costumes and wigs, and I'm going to bury them in the backyard. For the first time in my life, I'm going to be a real person.
Well, you don't have to come 3,000 miles to be a real person.
In Hollywood? Do you know why I left the coast? There's something in the sunshine out there that saps people's sanity. Calling the old ladies' home Lotus Land. Signs advertising free psychoanalysis with every hamburger. Bug exterminators saying, "We kill our customers." Did you know I saw a parked truck that said, "A blind man drives this car"? I waited half an hour for the driver to come out. Do you know who it was? A firm that sells Venetian blinds.
It's really not any worse than any other place.
Oh, and don't call me Myra anymore. Myra Marlowe is dead. From now on, I'm going to go by the name I was born with.
I'd forgotten you had a real name.
You see, I'm just merchandise. You've been my agent for 20 years, and to you, I'm no one but Myra Marlowe, a name invented one day over lunch at a pizza pie place.
I just remember it was something you forget. Myrtle something or other horrible.
Myrtle. Dirtle. And don't you say a word. It was the only thing about me that was ever real.
Your mother must have been phonetically deaf.
My mother happened to love flowers.
My mother loved sweet peas, but she didn't name me one.
Myrtle, marigold, dirtle. Someone who was really born, not someone invented in the mental womb of a TV mongoloid.
Myrt. Kind of rhymes with dirt. And you should be able to grow some tomatoes.
I will. And for the next year, I'm going to be little Myrtle Dirtle again. No one's going to know who I am or where I am or what I'm doing, and I'll be free to write all about my life on the boob tube. You forget, Myrtle also rhymes with fertile.
Yes, yes, when I'm back on the coast, I'll fondly remember you as Fertile Myrtle Dirtle.
Oh, stop being a wit. I'm going to be a real person for a change.
You don't have to come 3,000 miles to be a real person.
I know you, sweetheart. You get these conclusions.
I know you, sweetheart. You get these compulsions. I've seen you take up everything from yoga to yogurt. You remember last year when you thought you wanted to adopt a Navajo baby?
Yes, yes, my whole life has been a search for something real. And that's my trouble. I am going to find the real me. Besides, I have made a lousy Navajo mother.
All right, so you're going to be a writer.
So now I'm going to be a writer.
Where have I heard that before?
Great, where have I heard that before?
I'm going to sit down faithfully every morning and dictate the story of my life into that little Japanese thingamabob.
That I've got to see.
Isn't it Yeats?
Wasn't it Yeats who said, there are 1,000 things to distract me from this task of writing?
I know. So I recorded a little dialogue with myself, sort of a self-conducting catechism. Listen. Good morning, dear. That's the other me. Good morning. I thought I'd start on a cheerful note.
What is your name, dear?
Myrtle, Marigold, Dirtle. That's how I get used to it again.
You should live so long.
And what are we here for, Myrtle, dear?
We are here to live a normal, healthy life, work hard, and find inner happiness.
And grow tomatoes.
Just what kind of work are you going to do, dear?
We are going to write a book.
Not we, dear. You.
Do you go on calling? Do you go on
Do you
calling?
keep on calling yourself dear?
Makes me feel someone cares.
What kind of book are you writing, dear?
The story of Myrtle Dirtle, or so far, so good.
Are you going to let anything distract you?
Only death.
You forgot to call yourself dear.
I know, so I corrected it.
Sorry about that, dear.
Carry on.
Are you sorry to have given up Hollywood, dear?
Are you crazy?
Someone is.
Are we going to work faithfully every day, dear?
Yes, 6:30 every morning.
Myrtle, dear, you know very well that you haven't been up at 6:30 since the morning you were born, and that was 7:30.
All right, 8 o'clock. I put that bit in to show you can't fool yourself.
You fooled me.
How many hours, dear?
Oh, say 4.
Say 8.
No, 4. You can't let your alter ego run your life.
Well, goodbye and good luck. Nice talking to you, dear.
You too.
You know, I think it's probably a good thing you moved out here. About time we got you out of circulation.
Well, when you look back on your life, you need a sense of humor.
Why don't you take 3 more?
Why don't you tape 3 more voices of yourself? Then you could sit here and play bridge.
You know what you could do for me today, Tom?
Yep, call you a good psychiatrist.
Run into the village, it's just a few blocks, and pick me up basic things that I'll need. Butter, sugar, eggs, coffee, and butter. And bread. And a copy of the Reader's Digest.
I doubt I could get everything you need at a supermarket.
Oh, but not cream. I'm going to lose weight too.
Why not? You've lost everything else, including your sanity.
Oh. Stay as sweet as you are, don't let a thing ever change you.
Good morning, dear.
Oh, shut up.
What is your name, dear?
Lassie, what's yours?
What are we here for, Myrtle, dear? Not we, dear. You.
I may just open a house of ill repute.
What kind of book are you writing, dear?
Pornographic?
Are you going to let anything distract you?
Oh, just the usual everyday preoccupations. Sex, dope, liquor, incest, you name it, I'll try it.
Sorry about that, dear.
Oh, it's fine. We
rang, but no one answered.
But we heard voices.
Oh, that was just me practicing my Spanish lessons. Buenos dias.
We're the hospitality ladies.
Oh, I'm Cora Gump. I live catty-cornered from you on Pussy Willow.
I'm Reba Harper. I live behind you on Coolidge.
Oh, Clara Thrupp was going to come too, but she ate a bad oyster.
Oh, well, won't you come in? I'm Mrs. Wait a minute. Dirtle. Myrtle.
Oh, who does her voice remind you of?
You know, not only that, they look alike.
Oh, they could be sisters.
It's uncanny.
Mrs. Turtle, do you know who you look like?
Everybody.
My daughter's music teacher.
Oh, woman, I hope.
Lovely person. She's toned up.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, we brought you some hospitality baskets.
Oh, just a few basic things.
Yes, milk, sugar, bread, butter, and a copy of the Reader's Digest.
And a jar of tomatoes I put up last summer.
Oh, I adore tomatoes. I can't wait to grow my own.
Oh, it was a bad year for tomatoes. You know, white spot, white fly, mealybug, blossom rot. I cut out the bad parts.
Oh, I'm sure I'll enjoy them.
Oh, it's just a little something to welcome you and your husband here to Beaver Haven.
Oh, that wasn't my husband. He's just an old friend from California, helping me get settled.
Oh, but you are married, aren't you?
Divorced.
Any children?
No. Though I did almost adopt one once.
Oh, well, I know you're going to love it here in Beaver Haven. No crime, no scandals.
Except for the Becca boy.
Cora, we don't talk about that.
Who's the Becker boy?
It's just one of the farmer's sons. Of course, she's going to get the wrong idea about our morals here.
What did the Becker boy do?
Oh, you know how boys are.
No, I don't. How are they?
Well, he's on a farm, I'm sure you can imagine.
With an animal.
Cora!
Well, he tried to.
What kind of animal?
A turkey.
Ugh, you don't know that I was at the trial. There was no turkey.
Willa Mae Wilcox said it was a turkey. Well, if it wasn't a turkey, what was it?
Well, I'm not going to talk about it. The Beckers have suffered enough.
Oh, does the Becker boy live close to me?
Oh, no. He grew up and joined the Navy.
Oh, good thing, too.
It's a decent community.
It's a decent community. And, you know, you don't even have to lock your doors at night. You can walk outside. Oh, unless you sleepwalk, then you might need to.
Just a pity the Beckers didn't lock their chicken coop. Why would Willa Mae lie to me?
Well, you know how she is.
Who's Willa Mae Wilcox?
Oh, she's a lovely woman. She's colorblind.
Oh, she's mad as a hatter. Do you remember when you turned off of Coolidge, that first house on the right? The one with the purple shutters and the geranium in the milk can.
And the plaster dwarf on the toadstool in the front yard?
That's Willa Mae.
I wouldn't be too friendly with her if I were you.
You
Why
could
not?
say that again.
Why not?
Well, I don't like to gossip.
Well, she's bound to find out anyhow.
Oh dear. Are you a Pisces?
Why? No, I'm Gemini, but why?
Oh, well, she hates Pisces, absolutely abhors them.
Why?
Her husband was a Pisces.
What did he do to her?
I don't like to gossip.
It's what she did to him.
What'd she do?
Do you believe in witches?
I'm one myself.
No, I mean real witches that cast spells.
And then they stick pins in their enemies to make them die.
Or they don't stick pins in their enemies, they stick pins in pictures and dolls that look like them.
I don't see what it matters. They die anyway.
Is she that kind of witch?
Can't be proven, and they don't have witch trials anymore.
More's the pity. But when her husband died, they found his picture full of pins and needles.
Did she like him? Did they like each other?
They didn't speak for 10 years.
Well, they sure slept together, though.
Yes, it was a tragedy, but anyway,
Why didn't they speak?
well, he did something spiteful to her. Yes, but I don't like to talk about it.
What'd he do?
He flushed her goldfish down the toilet.
Why?
He said he didn't like the way it kept staring at her.
I'd hate to be on the wrong side of her.
Oh, you can say that.
I'd hate to be on the wrong side of her.
But
Well, you certainly have interesting people living around here. How far is it to the dam?
what dam?
Where the beavers are.
There are no beavers here.
Well, then why is it called Beaver Haven?
It was named after an Indian.
Chief Big Beaver.
And there's not any little beavers around here?
Well, there's not even any Indian, just a few skunk.
Well, I certainly wouldn't want to live in a place called Skunk Haven.
Well, I know that you're going to love our community here, and don't think about Willamette at all. She's not really a problem.
Unless you give her your picture and then some pins and needles.
Well, we know you're busy, so we will let you get settled.
Now, Willamette not only has a bad temper, she has a bad dog. So do not walk past her house without a big stick.
I won't walk past her place at all.
Oh, and if a man stops by about 6.5 feet tall, kind of stooped with a beard, carrying an axe, don't let him in.
I'm not likely to.
Oh,
That's Mr. Piney.
you'll never get rid of him. He's a bore. He chops wood and sells manure.
He smells awful too.
Yes, like I said, once you let him in, he just keeps talking.
Oh, and it's even harder to get rid of that smell. He traps skunk.
Oh, well, it's very kind of you ladies to warn me about these things.
We're the hospitality ladies.
Great. Thank you. Goodbye. It's so weird. You know, dear, I think you and I ought to have a little talk.
Good morning, dear.
It started out that way.
What is your name, dear?
Mud,
And what are we here for, Myrtle, dear?
dog dodging, witch hunting, and needlework.
Just what kind of work are you going to do, dear?
We may just read a book on the universality of insanity.
Not we, dear. You.
No, I'm going to need some help.
Who were the two biddies that just left?
The Happiness Girls. They do a community commercial.
No, really.
Neighbors. One's catty corner on Pussy Willow, the other one's behind me.
Sounds like you're in a bad spot.
You wouldn't believe the type of people that live here. Did you know I have a witch on my block?
I was married to one.
And guess who Beaver Haven was named after?
Gloria DeHaven.
An Indian.
Chief Big Beaver.
And how about a scandal? Guess what happened here?
Somebody seduced the church organist with an apple.
Would you believe a turkey and a nasty little boy?
Oh my heavens! Isn't Thanksgiving sacred anymore?
And you know the house that we passed with the purple shutters and the dwarf on the plaster toadstool?
You want one for Christmas?
No! The lady that lives there put pins in her husband and killed him.
My ex used to do that, only she used nails.
You don't seem impressed.
I've been in movies too long. Honey, why don't you kick this compulsion, come back with me to the coast. I don't have to pay alimony anymore. I'll make an honest woman of you.
Oh, Tom. We know each other too well. One marriage was enough for me too. But you want some advice? Never marry a man who looks in the mirror before saying good morning, or who gargles while you're putting on your eyelashes.
Thanks. If I ever marry a man, I'll make sure he doesn't gargle while I put on my eyelashes.
You're a pussycat, Tom. And if I ever decide to make a man unhappy again, you'll be my first pick.
Well, you better hurry. I'm just nearing the halfway mark.
Oh, I'm not that old either.
How old are you anyway?
Let's just say I'm past puberty, but on this side of senility.
Well, I guess if you won't marry me and you won't work for me, I better head back to the coast. Take care. Oh, can I drop back on you if I'm ever back east?
Of course, sweetie. But remember, you're the only one who knows where I am. I told everyone else I took a trip around the world.
Nobody's trying to get around the world anymore, honey. Everybody's trying to get off.
Drive carefully.
Well, take care and good luck.
Thank you. Chapter 1. So Far, So Good by Myrtle Dirtle. I was born on a lovely spring morning on a farm in Iowa in the year 1930. Change that, make it 1932. On second thought, make it 1935.
Oh, Mrs. Dirtle, I just spoke to Will and May, and it was a turkey.
Morning.
Who are you?
Connie.
Oh,
All right.
I didn't hear you.
Figured you didn't.
I was upstairs.
Yeah, I figured you was.
What can I do for you?
See this?
It's an axe, isn't it?
Chop wood.
Oh, nice. Out in the open air and all that.
More than any man in Bat Cave.
Oh, is that where you live?
This side.
Oh, must be a lovely place. Well, so you chop wood.
Made any?
Actually, I hadn't given it much thought yet. You see, I only arrived yesterday, and
Don't see none.
neither do I. I suppose that's because it's spring and one doesn't burn wood until fall, does one?
Yeah. Costs more.
Well, if you happen to have some with you, I'll take a few sticks.
$10 a cord.
Sounds reasonable enough. It isn't as if I'm burning money.
It's 15 come winter.
Well, I'd best be prudent to buy it now, then wouldn't you say? A penny saved in all of that. I'll take $10 worth.
Dumped or stacked?
Oh, do I have to make a decision now?
Your wood?
Oh, well, I wouldn't want to put you at any trouble. Whatever's easiest.
You say.
Stacked then.
Costs more.
Figured it might. How much more?
2 bits.
I think I can swing it. We have a deal.
And breakfast.
Oh, breakfast too? Why's that?
Come early.
Oh, you do? All the way from Bat Cave. How early?
About 6.
That's early.
Yep.
Couldn't you make it 8?
Ooh, kill hog at 8.
Oh, well, afternoon is perfectly all right.
Not for me.
Why not?
Trap skunk then.
Well, drop it off anytime. Well, then, now that I've placed my order, I won't detain you. I have work to do.
You work?
I'm a writer.
Ooh, horseback?
Not a writer, a writer. I write.
What?
I'm writing a book. You've read a book, haven't you?
The Bible.
Well, mine's historical too. It's an autobiography.
Oh, what?
The story of my life.
That's a story.
It's rapidly becoming one. I'm afraid I can't talk to you anymore, Mr. Piney.
Oh, why are you afraid?
My arteries are hardening and time is running out. I'm sure you have someplace to be.
Already went.
Oh. I know you're waiting to get paid.
What ain't here yet?
Doesn't matter, I'll pay you now so you can go. How would you like your money?
In my hand.
I mean cash or check. You do know what a check is, don't you?
Oh, I'll check your chimney for you.
Oh, no. Look, please don't bother.
Oh, needs a cleaning.
I'll call you.
Cheaper now.
No matter. Here's your money. And you can drop off the wood anytime.
Pine or spruce?
Whatever's handy.
Ooh, oak's good.
Great. Bring me some oak.
Dogwood's better.
Mr. Piney, it really doesn't matter.
Sure does.
Why? As long as it's wood, I couldn't care less.
Ooh, dogwood dries, spruce spark, oak smokes, pine pies.
Fine, bring me a little of each.
Ooh, locust is better.
Oh, good. Bring me a quart of locust.
Don't grow here.
Mr. Piney, I've never been fussy about wood, dogwood or pussy willow, whatever burns. Just bring me something that burns.
All burn, lady.
Mr. Piney, you have been gone so long. They're probably worried sick about you back at Bat Cave. You've been here so long, and I won't be blamed for keeping you. I could talk to you all day, but I refuse to monopolize your time. Thank you so much. I placed my order. Now you can go.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Goodbye. Okay. Where'd I leave off? Okay. Oh, yes, I got born. When I was 3, my mother took me to Hollywood.
Need manure?
No!
Got a garden?
Later.
Nope, cheaper now.
All right. Bring me some manure.
How much?
A couple pounds. I really don't care.
About $6 a yard.
Fine, bring me 1.5 yards worth.
Horse or cow?
Reindeer, buffalo, it doesn't matter.
Matters what you plant.
Mr. Piney, I'm a very nervous woman, and if you don't close that door by the time I count to 3, they're going to hear me screaming all the way to Bat Cave. Do you want that?
No.
Until I was 9, I played Baby John with a horse that was 5 years older than I was. Until then, I was just a baby. But after that, when I could no longer be cast as a boy, I played Sis Sadie in the Smithers Family. I honestly hope none of you are old enough to remember. I wore buck teeth, blonde pigtails, and a look of moronic idiocy. There was even a Sis Sadie doll. You wound it up and its drawers fell off, which gives you a rough estimate of the high quality of comedy we provided.
Miss Dirtle,
Who? No, yes?
I'm Willa Mae Wilcox.
Oh, you must be the neighbor with the purple shutters.
Am I interrupting something?
Well, as a matter of fact.
Well, I won't stay long.
It's all right, do come in.
I'd have been here a lot sooner, but the signs were wrong.
Signs?
Are you a Pisces?
No, Gemini.
Oh, well, that's good. That's real good. We can become real good friends. Real good friends. I think somebody's following me. Nobody likes me in this town.
Oh, I am sure you're wrong. That's a lovely toadstool and dwarf in your front yard.
What dwarf?
Oh, the plaster dwarf on the toadstool in your front yard. Did you make it?
That's a statue of my husband.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. That's the last thing I would want to do.
Oh, you didn't offend me. My husband was a mental dwarf. Everything about him was little. I put that statue there just to spite him.
Oh, your neighbors, Mrs. Harper and Mrs. Gum, said something about that.
What'd they say?
Oh, nice things. The nicest things. Do you want some tea?
No, I never touch it except to read fortunes.
Oh, they said you were gifted as well.
Oh, I'm not gifted. I'm a cult.
That's what I meant.
I suppose you think that's foolish nonsense.
No, not at all. Some of my best friends are a cult.
What'd you think about Reba Harper?
Oh, she seemed pleasant enough.
Did you trust her?
Is there any reason I shouldn't?
She's a Scorpio. That's a scorpion. Would you trust a scorpion?
She said some very nice things about you.
Oh, did she? What things? She say?
Nice things. Very nice things.
What things?
How much she admired you and how much she liked you.
Oh, that's funny.
Why is that?
Because we don't speak.
Well, it wasn't so much what she said, it was the impression that she gave.
May I see your hands?
My hands?
Yes, those things hanging by your side. May I see them?
Oh, these. Of
Palms
course.
up, please.
Oh, do you read palms?
Yes, I read palms and tea leaves and fortunes and dreams and cards and coffee grounds, the past, the future, and spider webs.
Must keep you busy.
Aha!
Oh, what do you see?
Oh, I thought so.
What is it?
How old are you?
Well, I voted for Dewey.
Spread your fingers. Were you near death in 1959?
No, why?
Well, that's where your lifeline ends. According to your hand, you should be dead. Well, let's see your other hand.
Oh, I am left-handed, does that matter?
Not to me. Oh, here it is, right here. It continues in this hand, yeah.
Are you onto something?
Do you know Macbeth?
Macbeth who?
And here's the smell of blood still, and all this perfume in Arabia will not sweeten this little hand.
Where do you see blood? Is someone going to be murdered?
What time is it?
Pacific Mountain or Standard?
Oh, never mind. I have a clock in my head. It's time for my seance. I'm bringing my husband back.
I thought you didn't speak.
Well, we don't, but he forgot to tell me where he hid the deed to the house.
But you're leaving me with a murder on my hands.
Well, I'll be back after I talk to my husband. Now, I'm not going to sneak out the back way because there's a lot of nosy people around this town. So, out, damn spot! That's Shakespeare. Auf Wiedersehen! That's German.
She's crazy. Straight out of Batcave. This part of my life just might prove the most interesting. After I played that After I played that silly Sister Sadie for several centuries, that's a time lapse, not a studio, I was cast. Oh, come on. This has to come to a screaming halt. Come in!
May I speak to you for a moment?
Oh, yes, of course. What happened?
Do you have a handkerchief?
I have Kleenex. Will that do?
Thank you.
What's the matter? What happened?
Do you have anything to drink?
You know, you're lucky. I happen to have a bottle of scotch. Keeps it for those snakes, because it makes them sicker than a dog. Oh, would you like some water?
Oh, I never touch it.
You are so right. Water is fine if you are a goldfish.
Thank you.
So what happened?
May I?
Bottle's full.
You know, I'm really a teetotaler.
I can see.
Oh, it's okay. Just leave it uncorked.
Okay.
But you need to tell me what happened.
Oh, can I have another?
It's your stomach.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, man. You know, I knew you were real the moment I met you.
A real what?
A real human being. Understanding.
Well, I can't be understanding until you give me something to understand.
My husband hit me.
Hard?
Right in the lips. Are they swollen?
Oh, not yet. Did he use his fist?
Whitworth would never use his fist.
What did he use, a frying pan?
His newspaper. The Beaverhaven Herald. Can you imagine?
Yes. It could have been the Sunday Times. That could blow your brains out.
I didn't do a thing.
Well, you must have said something.
I didn't say a word. I just threw a cup of coffee in his face.
Before or after?
Before.
Why?
He called me a name.
What did he call you?
Oh, I don't know you well enough.
Oh, but you can have another drink.
Well, I mean, if you insist.
So, what did he call you?
Oh, I couldn't just say it.
Well, try. I've heard everything.
I'll write it on a piece of paper.
Or?
Now, okay. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Should I lock the doors?
I hope you can read my handwriting.
Oh, that. Well, it is true of all females, at least anthropologically.
But I'm his wife.
Well, you must have done something to provoke him.
Well, I didn't do a thing. When he refused to eat my soup, I called him a name.
What'd you call him?
I don't know you well enough for that.
Oh, well, you can write it.
I'm not sure of the spelling. You know, I heard a man call another man this in the movies. They say anything nowadays. Now, don't you look at me when you read it.
Oh, that. I think it's supposed to be hyphenated.
But you know what it means, don't you?
Oh, I go to the movies too.
Is he? When you're mad, it doesn't matter.
Well, now we're getting down to the real nitty gritty. Who started it?
He did. He found a fly in his soup and then refused to eat it.
What did he want, a butterfly?
Well, if he'd put the screens up like I asked him to, there wouldn't be any flies in the house. What am I supposed to do?
Strain the soup and give it back to him.
No, I am never going back.
Well, where will you go?
Can I stay here for a while?
You mean move in?
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't be a bother.
But you didn't bring your toothbrush.
I'll use my finger.
Well, I really don't think that would work, Mrs. Gump.
Why not?
For one thing, I don't have any room.
Well, you got a spare bedroom back by the back stairs.
Oh, that. Well, that's being used.
For what?
My sister is using that.
You have a sister?
Ever since she was born.
Huh. Where'd she come from?
Now, Mrs. Gump, surely you know where little babies come from.
Why haven't we seen her before?
Oh, she never leaves her room.
Is she an invalid?
Well, yes and no.
Why can't she leave her room?
It's complicated to explain, but I'll try. You see, when she was a girl, about 10, she had an accident. She was thrown on her head by a horse. And she's never really been the same since. Her body matured, but she stayed a little girl inside.
Is she violent?
Only to strangers.
Oh, you poor woman. You know, I knew when I met you, I said to myself, in here, I said, there's something odd about her. Something very, very odd about her.
You can say that again.
I just did. What's her name?
My sister?
Yeah.
Oh, Sadie. Sis Sadie.
Can I meet her?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Does she ever go out?
I couldn't risk it.
What's she do all day?
Oh,
she has a pair of scissors. And I give her the newspaper, and she enjoys cutting people's heads off.
Oh. Well, I can see why you'd want to be alone. I wouldn't dream of imposing on you. Can I just have one more drink for the road?
Take the bottle.
You know what? Just a trickle. Oil the tonsils. Hey, you know what you are?
Sometimes I wonder.
You're a saint. A living saint. I like you.
That's nice.
Very much.
Good.
Very, very much.
Thank you. Well, you will understand now if I don't seem very sociable.
Hey, don't say that. Don't you put yourself down. You know what you are?
I wonder.
You're a living saint.
Oh, no, not that way. Out this way. Front
Right.
door.
Hey, thank you for the tea.
You're welcome. Oh, now I've done it. Well, maybe I'll have some privacy. The next role I played was Granny. Now what? Obscene answering service. Who? Oh, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Harper. I didn't realize anyone knew my phone number. Yes, I like pie. Oh, now? Oh, please, bring it over while it's hot. Oh, no, I'll come and pick it up later. It's fine. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, you can come over. No, I'm not doing a thing. No, that's my trouble. Okay, bye. Dang it! Well, I've dipped my toe in, may as well dive. Sister Myrtle! I got my door unlocked! I got out! You've got someone down there that's come to put me away! If there's anyone down there, I'll kill them! I'll cut their ears off! I've got my scissors!
Mrs. Turtle, I'm here.
I'll be right down. Just make yourself at home.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, sorry. I was just taking care of my sister.
Oh, I didn't know you had a sister visiting you.
Yes, my sister Sadie.
You never mentioned a sister.
Oh, I don't usually.
Oh,
Oh, is this the pie?
does she? Gooseberry. Does she live with you?
Oh, you wrote Myrtle in the crust.
Is she upstairs? Maybe she'd like to come down.
Oh, no, she'd eat the whole pie.
Oh,
Are they your own gooseberries? Do you peel them?
no one peels gooseberries, dear.
My sister does.
That's very odd. Is she pregnant?
Heavens, no. She still plays with dolls.
Oh, how old is she?
Oh, my age.
Oh, that is very unusual. My goodness.
Well, you know, she's a little bit strange. You see, oh, goodness, your knitting bag. Speared you in the foot. But my sister, speaking of, she had an accident when she was a girl. She was thrown by a horse, and she's never been the same since.
Oh, Mrs. Durham, I knew when I met you that something tragic had happened in your life. I said to myself, something tragic has happened to that woman.
No, Mrs. Harper, you put your finger on something.
Tied here, hand and foot, nowhere to go, trying to keep us from discovering the reality of your life.
Well, it's really no trouble. As long as she's locked away, everything is all right. Do you make your own bread?
Oh, well, seriously. Well, I've brought my knitting, and you and I can sit and we'll discuss everything, and you can tell me the tragedy of your life, how it was changed by a horse.
Oh, it's really no problem at all. It's just like being the keeper of a beautiful tiger. As long as it's locked up, there's no trouble.
Well, it's my Christian duty, and dear, you can cry if you want.
I do. Will you excuse me for a minute? I'll just take this to the kitchen. I won't be a moment.
Okay, take your time, dear. You know, it really isn't very unusual about your sister. We had a situation like that here, 1946. Oh, sorry, it was 1947, the Plank family. They had a little boy, his name was Splinter. And he fell out of a butternut tree, actually right on his head. Doctor had to put a metal plate in his head. And every time we ran electricity, he would get a headache. Yes. Oh, but he had the most beautiful complexion. Oh my, I would give what brains I have to have a complexion like that. Oh, I thought you were in the kitchen.
Oh, I went up the back stairs to deliver a piece of pie to my sister.
Oh, well, I see. Well, I think that we should spend the rest of the afternoon. I can make you lunch and dinner. You know, I do wonderful things with beans.
Sister! Sister Myrtle!
Oh no, I think I forgot to latch the door.
I got my door unlocked! I got out!
Oh my heavens, she got out.
You've got someone down there that's come to put me away!
There's no one down here, dear.
If anyone's down there, I'll kill them! I'll cut their ears off! I've got my scissors!
She will too. We had to move the last time. But I can catch her. I studied judo. And you just make yourself at home. Don't worry, I will catch her. I will be down in just a minute. With luck.
Hello, Cora. Are you sitting down? Sit down. Did you ever think that there was anything odd about Mrs. Durham? Oh, you did? Well, did you know that she has a crazy sister living in her attic? Oh, you did? Well, do you remember those murders in Boston that the police could never solve? Oh, just a minute. The ones that were committed by a person with scissors. Wait. I think her sister did it, and she's hiding her here in the attic. Yes, one. And I found a piece of paper with the most terrible words written on it you can't even imagine. Oh, I can't repeat them over a public line. Willa May might be listening in. Willa May, if you're listening in, it isn't about you. You can hang up. Yes, I heard the click too. Yes, this is what it says. Well, I'm not going to say it any louder. Look, you stay there. I'll bring it with me, and I'll show you what it says. I just hope I don't get killed on the way over there. I would never want this found on my person. Yes, goodbye.
What are you doing here?
It must be the lovely Sister Sadie I've heard so much about.
You come to take me away. Who are you?
Oh, I am a friend of your mother's.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I bought her a gooseberry pie.
I hate gooseberry pie.
Sorry, I didn't know.
You've come to take me away.
No. A picnic. Would you like to go on a picnic, dear?
Know what I'm gonna do with these?
Good, I know. Dear, I don't.
I'm gonna cut your ears off.
Oh, no, please, no, you're mad, you're crazy. Oh, Mrs. Turtle.
I left her in the bathroom.
Oh, no, Mrs. Turtle.
No use running. I can run faster than you can.
Sister Sadie rides again! Best performance I ever gave! Snip, snip!
Anybody home? Star of stage, screen, television, and local town, Myra Myrtle Dirtle. It's Loverboy. Come out wherever you are. The house is on fire! Help! Where the heck is she? Looks like she's been getting some work done.
Sister Myrtle!
All right, I'll play along. Yes, Sister Myrtle, dear.
I got my door unlocked! I got out!
Well, good. Come on down.
You've got someone down there that's come to put me away!
Yeah, me. In a TV series.
If anyone's down there, I'll kill them! I'll cut their ears off! I've got my scissors!
Well, that's a bit harsh. What the heck is going on here?
Tom! What are you doing here?
Would you mind explaining that?
It's too complicated. Where did you come from?
New York. Explain. I called almost 20 times.
Oh, I don't answer my phone anymore.
Well, then why do you have it?
Somebody might call. Who brought you east?
You, of course. Would you mind explaining that?
Oh, the first month I lived here, kept getting bothered by neighbors, so I created this crazy half-witted sister. I put it upstairs and respond to it down here, and it scares away visitors.
It almost scared me away.
It almost scared me away.
Got any more?
Getting any work done?
Every morning. Oh, I'm up to my wedding night.
What are you done up for?
Little Bo Peep?
Little Bo Peep?
I was gardening. 10:30 is my tomato break.
Well, I knew it wasn't Joan of Arc. She didn't wear a hat.
Well, you wouldn't expect me to dig in a Dior, would you?
Well, with you, yeah, I would. With a flashlight in the dark.
Oh, Tom, I can't tell you how wonderful it is to plant something and then watch it grow, poking its little head up and reaching its arms out toward the sky. And then one morning, with stars still shining, you go out to spray and you see a little baby tomato.
You make it sound like a nativity.
I can't tell you how rewarding it is to grow things. And tonight, I'm having my very first tomato out of my very own garden.
Is that your entire crop?
I used too much manure. The plants all went to leaves, but I'm learning.
I bet it took you $15 on that one tomato.
18. But what's money? You can't eat it, and you can't buy the joy that I feel in looking at my beautiful green tomato plants, even if there aren't any tomatoes on them.
Myra, why don't you kick this compulsion and do something really important?
I wish I had two. Then I could put some ketchup.
And that's why I'm here. CBS wants you for a new series.
Have you heard about retinone? It's non-chemical, but bugs just hate it.
It's a fantastic idea.
There's never been anything like it.
There's never been anything like it before on television.
There's never been anything like retinone on bugs. It kills everything. It's sensational. It'll kill aphids, whitefly, cutworm, mealybugs, you name it, and it's dead.
CBS thinks so much of this new idea that they've put 15 writers on it. That's 2 more than the president has.
Now you take manure. I thought it'd be better fresh. Everything else is, right? But no, it burns the poor little sprouts. I murdered my poor little beans.
To heck with your beans. Listen to what I've got to say. Every actress in Hollywood is gonna slit their throat when they find out you got the role.
Well, that makes it tempting.
This is a character you believe. You identify with her. You love her.
Mary Magdalene?
Nah, Bible's dead as box office. This is today. It's what today is all about. It's now.
Animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Crime. Get this. Crime because it's everywhere. So it gets a built-in audience. It's mostly a male audience, but guess how we get a female audience? Think big.
A lady gorilla.
You're a detective. The first female detective in television history.
That came out of 15 writers. It only took 12 to write the Bible.
It's a fantastic idea.
You haven't heard the best part.
But you haven't heard the best part.
Oh, go ahead. I've heard the worst.
You're blind.
You're kidding.
It's a fantastic idea. Dig this. You've been blind since birth, so you've had to make up for it with your other senses. Your hearing and your your touch and your sense of smell have had to be developed so that you can see things that escape other people.
You're an inspiration.
You're an inspiration to the handicapped and women's lib.
And we start with built-in.
And we start in with built-in sympathy.
Who could hate a blind woman?
Who could hate a blind woman detective?
I could.
They give you Fort Knox.
They'll give you Fort Knox.
They should.
Nothing will be spared.
Except me.
Got universal appeal.
It's got universal appeal. It doesn't alienate. It's inclusive. It skirts involvement.
Who'd you find to sponsor that? United Nations?
We've already got a sponsor. Hallmark.
Hallmark! I'm giving up wrapping paper.
It opens up, they're not fools. It opens up a new market. Christmas cards in Braille.
I'm giving up Christmas cards.
In other words, it doesn't grab you.
That's the understatement of the year.
Stinks, doesn't it?
You know it does.
I agree. The worst idea anyone ever had.
Then why bother telling me about it?
Well, I mean, I miss you like crazy. You're way out here, and I just wanted to find any reason to get you back to the coast. I thought I may as well try.
Tom, you dear sweet nut. I'm touched and I'm flattered. But I'm out of that world for good. I have everything I want here. All my tomatoes.
Spurred for tomatoes.
I'm out of that world for good. Do you know what I did yesterday?
Sprayed for cutworms.
I took all of my old costumes and wigs and I buried them in the backyard.
Always the actress.
I know, but I wanted it to be symbolic. That part of my life is over. Buried. May it rest in peace.
I bet you gave your own eulogy.
I would have, but it started to rain. Now, tell me about you. Are you still seeing that horrible blonde with the lisp?
She does not have a lisp.
Yes, she does.
Just a little whistle.
Oh, you should grab her. It comes in handy in calling taxis, waiters, and dogs.
Why do you always be so mean about girls that find me irresistible?
Because you always throw yourself at such vacuous little nitwits. You're too good for that.
Well, I agree with you. I'm a sexy Boy Scout.
The trouble is, I didn't find you when I was 19. I could have made something out of you.
Yeah, an alcoholic.
So I'll be my wife.
I'm not going to be your wife.
Or a blind detective.
Or
Well, if you're not gonna be my wife or a blind detective, I may as well head back.
Oh, are you sure you don't want to stay and share my tomato?
Share your life.
Share your life with me, and you've got a deal.
Not 19, not 20.
I'm not 19, and I'm not blonde, and I can't whistle.
Are you really happy here?
Are you really happy here?
Absolutely.
No problems?
When your life is simple, your problems are simple.
And you could use a man in the house?
Not a tomcat.
Well, I guess I'll leave you to your work.
Thank you.
May you stagnate in grace and beauty.
Oh, let me walk you to your car so the neighbors don't think you've left me in bed.
You in? You out? You even here?
A blind female detective. Don't anyone move. I'll know at once. I can hear a pin drop. Somebody drop a pin. The weapon was a .32 bazooka. I know the smell of bazooka. One of you is guilty. I will detect the perpetrator by his body temperature. I'll examine you first, sir. You are a chair, but beware. My famous nose will sniff you out. Did someone leave a horse in here? Oh!
Play acting.
Yes, no. What are you doing here?
Watching you.
What can I do for you?
You like nuts?
Some of my best friends. What kind?
Hickory.
Where'd you get them?
Hickory tree.
Well, Mr. Piney, I really don't know what I would do with all that nuts.
You stuffed turkey.
Somehow I wish you hadn't said that.
Want 'em?
Well, I couldn't take them for nothing. You must let me give you something for them.
What?
Would you consider $1 insulting?
Sure, I sure would.
Too little?
Too much.
Oh, well, give me a rough estimate.
About 2 bits.
Believe with the jet set, that's about a quarter. Is that enough?
Nope.
But didn't you just say that's all they were worth?
Yep.
Then what do I owe you more money for?
Gunny sack.
Oh, I thought there'd be fringe benefits. How much for the gunny sack?
Dime.
I don't seem to have a dime in change. Would you take an airmail stamp?
Nope.
You could write someone.
Can't write.
Well, why don't you empty the nuts in the dishwasher and keep your gunny sack? Now, I must get to work. Now what?
Got a hammer?
No, why would I need a hammer?
Crack the nuts.
I'll find a rock.
Control my axe.
No, Mr. Piney, I will find some way of cracking them.
Well, I can help you.
No, Mr. Piney, you'll ruin your teeth!
Ain't yet.
Mr. Piney, I really appreciate getting all this service for 2 bits, but I really have more important things to do.
Go ahead.
I can't be creative with you sitting next to me grinding your molars.
Why not?
Mr. Piney, you haven't met my sister, have you?
Can't say.
Oh, you'd remember. She lives with me. I keep her locked up. You want to know why?
No?
Well, then I'll tell you. She's a little bit odd. She had an accident and fell on her head, and she was never the same since. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Well, she's dangerous to strangers. She cut a man's ear off once.
Which one?
I'd hate to think what would happen if she got loose. You know, I'm going to go upstairs and make sure she's sleeping.
Oh, do you need help?
No, you stay here with your nuts. I'll be right down.
Okay. Can't read.
Oh, you're still here.
Ain't wet.
How's the hog killing business?
Lousy.
And the skunk trapping?
Stinks!
I wish I'd said that.
Sister! Sister Myrtle!
Oh, that's me. And that's my sister!
I got my door unlocked! I got out!
Oh my heavens, she got out!
You've got someone down there that's come to put me away!
Oh, there's no one down here, dear.
If anyone's down there, I'll kill them! I'll cut their ears off! I've got my scissors!
Oh, good thing I have Band-Aids. Oh, but I will catch her, don't you worry. I'm gonna run up and grab her, but if she comes out the kitchen, run out the front door. I'm coming up, dear, don't you move. What are you doing here?
I was cracking nuts.
Get out of here!
What?
I'll cut your ears off!
I reckon you won't.
What's gonna stop me?
Me?
No, you won't! Give me back my scissors! Hey!
I'll bite you.
I'll bite you! I'll bite your back. Nope.
Stop that! Look, I've changed my mind. I'll go up and find my sister and send her back down.
Nope, we'll wait.
You're gonna hold me here?
Yep.
Well, my sister might not come back.
And why's that?
Oh, lots of reasons. I'll go find her for you.
No.
Please? Sir?
Nah.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Go ahead.
Can I have a glass of butter?
No.
What would you do if I kicked you in the shins and ran?
I'd whoop you.
You wouldn't dare.
Try it. What'd I tell you?
My sister will have you arrested for daring to lay a hand on my person.
Go ahead and tell her.
I will. You wait.
Sit!
You can't treat me this way. I'm crazy.
Who ain't?
I need to go to the bathroom.
You can hold it.
I'm very delicate and high-strung.
No, you're spoiled.
My sister probably didn't say this, but I have a very weak heart.
Weak head, too.
Oh, my heart! I'm getting dizzy. Where is everyone?
Right here.
My heart! Water! Water!
Hey! Hey! Hey, you! Oh, shoot. Caught you?
I caught her.
She hurt you?
Nope.
You alright?
Yep.
You out of breath?
Well, you didn't see how fast I had to move. Well, heavens to Betsy, you're limping.
I got kicked.
Hard?
Hard enough.
Oh, well, she's like that when she's crossed. So sorry you have to leave.
Oh,
But I'll take that water.
there you go.
Thank you.
I come in the back.
I came in the back.
Oh, it's okay. You can go out the front.
No, I forgot my boots.
Oh,
Hey, but you know what?
not much.
I liked her. She was pretty.
Oh, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the greatest fool of us all? Don't answer that.
Mrs. Dirtle, are you all right?
Oh, of course. Why not?
Well, I heard somebody screaming for help, and I thought somebody was being murdered.
Oh, that. Well, I can explain that.
Oh, you can?
Yes, it may take some time, but I can explain. You see, I was watching television.
Oh, well, that's funny.
What's that?
'Cause you don't have a TV.
That makes it harder, doesn't it? What I meant was the radio.
Oh, well, I'd have been over a lot sooner, but I couldn't find my hat pin.
Your hat pin?
Yep, no better weapon than a hat pin.
You were gonna save me with a hat pin.
Saved my grandmother from rape more than once.
Raped more than once, or saved your grandmother more than once?
Lived in deadly fear of being raped. Also carried chili powder to throw in their eyes. You got any chili powder?
No, but I do have a can of chili.
Well, never mind. I'll lend you a hat pin. Now, how's your sister?
Exhausted.
Well, I'd like to see her.
Oh, she's had a bad day.
Well, I can cure her for you.
Oh, I've been to the very best doctors.
Quacks.
Science is helpless in a case like this.
Do you love her?
We're very close.
Then I'll cure her for you. I cured a mad dog. But I'll have to wait until the moon is right.
So when will that be?
When those men stop walking on it.
Well, I wouldn't want to put you to any trouble, or the government.
Oh, no trouble. Now, when was she born?
Gemini, we're twins.
Oh, that's good. That's good. They respond better. Now I'll need a hank of her hair and some mugwort. Does mugwort make her sick?
Even the sound of mugwort makes me sick.
Oh. Well, I know where it grows wild. I'll pick some.
I don't think she would eat it.
You don't eat it, you rub it on.
Well, I don't think that'll work either.
Well, you want her to be normal, don't you?
Miss Wilcox, I often ask myself, does the normal girl want to be rubbed with mugwort?
Call me Willa.
Willa.
Now, does she cut her nails or do you?
Both. I do her finger. I do her fingers, she does her toes.
Well, I'll need some clippings.
I'm sure we threw those away.
Well, cut some more. Thursday's a good day. There's an eclipse. Yeah. Now I'll be back for that hank of hair. And don't wash it, that's important.
Okay.
What are you doing with the axe?
Cracking nuts?
Would you cut yourself?
No. Why?
Well, there's blood on it. We'll save a smear for the mugwort. It works miracles. Now I'll be back.
Oh, no, you won't. You're not coming back. Or anyone else. I wonder if I can dig a moat with a trowel. She probably forgot her hat pin. Well, she already knows I'm here. Come in!
We just met Willa May.
She told us everything.
About what?
Don't let her do it.
Oh, did she tell you that she cured a mad dog?
I bet she didn't tell you about all the others that died.
Did she mention juniper berries?
Only mugwort.
Oh, she's always experimenting with weeds.
Don't let her touch your sister.
Because we know the only person who can cure her.
Who's that?
Brother Leviticus, you can't imagine the cures he's done by faith alone. Miracles.
You can say that again.
Miracles. Oh, and no pills, no medicine. It's just faith and prayer.
And a small contribution.
Ladies, I'm very grateful for your time, but my sister is happy as she is. Hers is a better world than ours.
Well, we've taken the bull by the horn and we've written to Brother Leviticus, who will be here next week for a tent revival meeting. He's agreed to meet your sister.
It's all arranged.
Your sister is to sit upon.
Your sister's going to sit upon a platform in front of the whole congregation and everyone in Beaver Haven.
And Batcave.
No, I couldn't let her do that in front of all those people.
Why not?
She has a cold.
Oh, well, he can cure that. You can't believe the things that Brother Leviticus has cured. In fact, I've started a list. Appendicitis, phlebitis, peritonitis, tonsillitis, meningitis, laryngitis, arthritis, hepatitis, bronchitis, and gastritis.
And flatulence.
Oh, well, I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
Well, all you'll have to do is both of you show up Saturday night.
Maybe you've got something he could cure too.
You better believe it.
It's the most amazing thing when you see him up on the stage with the painful people below, him with a Bible in one hand, a snake in the other.
A snake? Well, like it says in the Bible.
Where does it say that?
Yes, they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them.
Luke.
It does not say that in my Bible.
Oh, the proof is in the pudding.
Pudding, I'll do. Snakes, no.
There's nothing like it. It's so exciting when you see all of this. You just start trembling all over.
You better believe it.
Cora, what was it? A rattlesnake or a copperhead that cured me of my hiccups last summer?
A water moccasin.
Oh, I think I'll take my chances with mugwort.
Well, we just want you to know that we will be here to pick you and your sister up Saturday night.
All settled. Nothing's gonna happen unless Willa May gets mad at you.
So we'll see you then, dear.
Well, Mrs. Frankenstein, you've created a monster. And you better destroy it before it destroys you. Well, Sis Sadie, I'm gonna take you out into the backyard and I'm going to bury you. Nothing will ever grow there ever again. Even tomatoes.
Lady!
What is it? Who are you?
Honey.
Oh, I didn't recognize you. Did someone die?
No.
Oh, then why are you here? I still have plenty of manure.
I'm sparking.
It sounded just like you said you're sparking.
Yep. Sis Sadie here.
You don't mean you're here calling on my sister,
Sure am.
and that's why you're all gussied up and smelling of. What is that?
Vanilla.
Oh, and those flowers, they're for her?
The swamp lilies.
And you brought her candy.
Whorehound.
Well, personally, I wouldn't consider that a compliment, but who am I to say?
Sure liked her.
Well, but Mr. Piney, you have to understand that my sister is just, a little, how should we say, a little odd.
Not to me.
Well, I'm sorry you went to so much trouble wasting all that vanilla, but you can't see her.
But why not?
She's not with me anymore.
What do you mean? Where's she at?
You away?
Away, where?
Boston. I sent her away to Boston where they wouldn't notice the difference.
She coming back?
Afraid not.
Why not?
Oh, she wasn't happy here. It just got too complicated, so I put her in a home.
Well, whose?
It's more like a hospital, so she'll be taken care of. It really looks like you've gone to a lot of trouble.
Took a bath.
Oh, that's a pity washing off all those vitamins.
I picked lilies.
Well, maybe someone will die.
Like whorehound?
I could try.
Made him myself.
Well, you must let me give you something for them. Can you put a price on the candy?
Well, 2 bits.
All right.
Without the box.
How much for the box?
Oh, about a dime.
That makes my sister about 35 cents. This will include the vanilla. I had no idea you found my sister so attractive.
Sexy.
Well, like the old woman said when she kissed the horse, each to his own.
Nice behind, too.
Well, Mr. Piney, please.
Solid.
Well, thank you. I mean, thank you for her. I'll tell her
When?
when I visit her next.
Well, I'll go with.
Oh, I'm sorry. It'll be a waste of your time. They only let relatives visit, and I wouldn't want you to take another bath. Come in.
Hello. Oh, who's that?
Piney.
Someone died?
He's Sparkin.
You?
My sister.
George Washington Pine, you should be ashamed of yourself.
What for?
Well, you know she's atom-pated. And what is that terrible smell? What have you been rolling in?
Vanilla.
Oh, he smells like a cake.
He's really gone to a lot of trouble.
Well, you can't let him come courting your sister.
I've taken care of that.
And we've spoken to Brother Leviticus.
Yes, he said he'd like to meet with your sister before the meeting.
Oh, well, actually, we have a teensy-weensy problem with that. Come in.
What are you two doing here?
It's a free country.
Hello, Willa.
Who's that?
Piney.
Somebody die?
Yes, the old Piney we all knew and loved.
Looks like he's ready to be put in his coffin to me.
You too.
Don't you sass me.
You'll get pins stuck in you.
I came to get, you know what?
You know what?
What I told you. I need a hank of your sister's hair.
Why?
Cat's fur to make kitten breeches. I have to have it tonight. The moon is right, and if I'm going to cure her tonight...
You're going to cure her?
I don't speak to you. You're a Pisces.
Well, I'm going to speak at you. If anyone is going to cure her sister, it's going to be Brother Leviticus.
You mean Brother Satan? I've got more power in my little finger.
Wrong finger.
And Mrs. Dirtle has already agreed to let us help her cure her sister.
After promising me,
We've already seen Brother Leviticus.
and I've already dug all my mugwort.
Oh, ladies, please. There's no need to fight over my poor sister. You see, she isn't with me anymore.
Well, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
Amen.
Oh,
Poor thing, how did it happen?
oh, no, nothing like that. I sent her away. She wasn't happy here. So I put her in a home while she'd be taken care of.
Well, why didn't you tell me? What am I going to do with all that mugwort?
I'll take it.
Brother Leviticus is not going to be happy.
Well, I'm sorry you ladies went to so much trouble, but when I told my sister what you kind ladies wanted to do, she became so hysterical. I was overwhelmed, so I called some people and they came and took her away.
Where is she?
Boston.
How do you know?
I asked.
Heathens.
Brother Leviticus will never speak to me again.
Heathens, they burned witches in Boston.
He run into carnival snake too.
Well, I'm sorry this causes so much trouble, but since we're all here, why don't we sit down and have a cup of tea?
Might as well.
Tea?
Scotch.
Oh, tea?
I'll read the leaves.
Sarsaparilla.
Okay. I'll only be a minute. The water's already hot. It's almost like a party, isn't it?
Anybody need manure? Thought I'd ask.
Funny that she sent her away so sudden-like.
Guess she doesn't trust us.
I didn't see anybody come or go.
Oh, neither did I, and I just live catty-cornered.
Do you think she's still upstairs?
I'm gonna go look.
Awfully spry for her age, isn't it?
Nosy too.
Well, I do think it's kind of strange. Don't you think it's funny, Cora?
Ha-ha funny or just funny?
Well, you know, when we came in and she had those chairs against the door, that was very strange.
I was going to ask about that.
Ask me, the whole thing seems rather fishy.
You think this whole thing seems rather fishy?
That's what I just said.
You told me to ask you.
Guess what I found?
What did you find?
Not speaking to you.
What did you find?
Nothing. Nothing. She's not here.
Well, if she's not here and she didn't leave,
Reba, no!
I didn't say it.
Say what?
Well, it was in her own words. She said, I sent her away.
Reba, no, you can't mean.
And then she said, she's no longer with me. You know what that means, don't you?
Murder. I heard her sister screaming for help myself. She yelled, I'm being killed! I'm being killed! Too late.
No, but they were sisters.
I saw her burying a box in her backyard yesterday. I just happened to be looking with my spy glasses.
Well, how big of a box?
Not so big.
Oh, no, she was bigger than that.
Not if she was cut up in little pieces.
Don't say that!
Piney, have you ever left your axe here?
Yesterday.
I saw it. There was blood on it. Chopped her up in little pieces.
Stop saying that!
Chopped her up in little pieces. Whack, whack, whack.
You don't know that!
No one's safe.
Willa heard her crying for help!
I read it in her palm. There was murder in her left hand.
The poor woman was driven out of her mind. Well, we'll have to get the sheriff. It's our Christian duty.
Oh, right in her own backyard.
Yep, I raced over with my hat pin, but too late.
Piney, you stay here.
Not me!
Very unusual for a Gemini.
Well, it's our Christian duty, and we'll be on our way.
At 18, I married Hugh Hendricks, the actor. He'd been married 5 times before, but he was a very tidy man and wanted to make it an even half dozen. We shared everything. He even sent me half the bill for the wedding flowers. Though, anything we actually did share was closet space and the New York Times. Hello?
Hi.
That's her, Sheriff.
Are you Myrtle Dirtle?
Blood dripping from her fingers.
What are you talking about?
Oh, damn spot.
Where's your sister?
Why are you asking?
I'm asking the questions. Where is she?
Dead in little pieces?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? No, I sent her away.
Where?
Boston.
What's the name?
What's the name? Oh, you understand? I forgot what it's called.
Reba,
Oh, yes, it's, Lotus Land.
Reba, get Boston on the phone.
Oh, Lotus Land doesn't have a phone. What is this about?
Miss Dirtle, I'm afraid you're going to have to go down to jail with me.
Why?
Suspicion of murder.
Who?
Your sister.
Poor little bird with a broken wing.
Purdy, too.
Oh, this is absurd. I can explain all of this easily. You see, I came here to be alone and write my autobiography, but people kept on bothering me, so I invented this crazy Sister Sadie character to scare people off. She doesn't exist.
Don't now.
Officer, we all saw her, and she was real enough.
That was me. I was playing a role I played as a girl. You never saw us together.
You were here, and we heard her voice right upstairs.
I recorded my voice on tape and played it upstairs and responded down here.
Let's hear it.
Actually, I erased it this morning after getting rid of this Sister Sadie character.
Well, she confessed.
And destroyed the evidence.
Look, I may as well tell you the whole truth. I'm really Myra Marlowe, the TV actress.
Mad as a hatter.
I came here to be alone and write my autobiography. Haven't any of you seen Moonlight Mountain?
I've seen it, but you don't look like Mila Marlowe to me.
I appreciate that, but nonetheless, I am me. You don't recognize me because I played Granny Gerton. Watch. Get out of here, you rapscallion! I'll send my dogs after you! Well, it was a terrible performance, but you see the type of stupid character I played.
I could do it up better.
What did you dig in your backyard yesterday?
Manure.
Well, it says here you buried a box. She in it?
All chopped up?
Now I feel really foolish. I buried a box of my old costumes and wigs.
Piney, go dig.
It was a theatrical gesture to mark the end of an episode of my life. Very foolish of me.
You can say that again.
It was a theatrical gesture to end the episode of my life. Is that enough?
How heartless calling your sister an episode.
This is the worst scandal we've ever had in Beaver Haven.
Except for the Becker boy.
You need a lawyer?
I want someone to start speaking sense around here. Call my agent, Tom Lamont. He'll vouch for me.
Where can we reach him?
Actually, you can't. He's on his way back to the coast.
The moving finger writes, and after it writes, it moves on.
First you say your sister, then you say you're not. Somebody has to be somebody, and here we don't cotton to people killing people here
In Beaver Haven.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Do not.
Has this happened before?
Sheriff,
She dead all right?
you found her body.
Her scalp?
That's not a scalp, it's a wig!
Where's the rest of her?
Look at it, it's a wig!
She skinned it.
Ah!
Killed it!
It's a wig, look at it! Sears Roebuck. You won't find that on a scalp.
Piney, go dig some more. Find a body or at least her head.
Oh, I'm gonna
You
be
dig
sick.
up my anything, my tomatoes especially, and there really will be a murder. That's right.
What do you want?
Sheriff, can I keep her hair?
That's county property. You're gonna have to come with us, Mrs. Myrtle.
Now wait a minute. Let me make a phone call. I'll clear all of this up.
You can make a phone call down to jail. You get one.
Jail? Look,
I hope you ain't gonna give me no trouble.
I hope you're not gonna give me any trouble, Mrs. Myrtle.
trouble. Look, you beaver damn dumbbell, you sue me, you arrest me, I'll sue you for every penny this state has got.
You won't get much.
Oh, you don't know it yet, you sheriff, but you've just entered a disaster zone.
Are you coming peaceful?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Grab her, Piney. I'm making you my deputy.
Get her! CVS just sent me back. Having some kind of party.
Come in and bring your rope.
Who are you?
I am Jack the Ripper. Who are you?
Tom, you have a beautiful gift for saying the wrong thing at the right time. How do so many feet get in that little mouth?
And so you know her?
Sure I do.
Who is she?
She's Dora Dean, blind detective.
Somebody has to be somebody.
Until we find a body.
What's your name?
Puddin' and Tame. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same.
I'm being arrested for murder, you clown.
Who's been murdered?
That Sister Sadie character. Tom, please, tell them who I am.
You want to know who she is?
We're waiting.
Fine. She's a nut. But she's the best actress in the business. I ought to know, I've been with her long enough. Haven't any of you seen her as Sis Sadie or Grandma Gerton?
Or Baby John.
Why did she pretend she was a twin?
I told you, I kept getting bothered by neighbors.
Oh, that's gratitude.
After I baked her a pie and wrote her name in the crust.
Oh, sorry about that.
Look, sweetie, it's simple. Come over here, do your little recording thing, then go back upstairs and show them.
All right.
That should be enough.
Why, you really are Mila Marlowe. I've watched you since I was that high.
I appreciate that.
Sister! Sister Myrtle!
Oh, shut up.
I got my door unlocked! I got out!
Good. Go jump out a window. Satisfied? You're
At 18, I married Hugh Hendricks, the actor. He had been married 5 times before.
Oh, no, you don't.
Well, she was Marilyn Marlowe.
Do it again!
Could I have something autographed for my wife?
How about your shorts?
All right, everybody. This has been a very stressful time for Mrs. Marlowe. I think everybody ought to leave now. Now.
You must know everybody who's somebody. Is it true that Burt Reynolds is impotent?
As far as I'm concerned.
Who's Myra Marlowe?
Oh, Tiny, take my sister's scalp.
Still enjoying the simple life?
Oh, Tom, you don't know how good you look to me coming through that door. So why are you here?
Well, I came back because CBS wanted me to call you back. They're really wanting you to play the part.
Why don't you come back to the coast?
Why don't you come back to the coast with me and we can play house?
What happened to your whistling blonde?
Oh, she often married some Navajo cattle king. And to think she could have had me.
I couldn't cheat you, Tom. You want a young tomato that will give you children.
We could adopt the Becker boy.
You know I adore you, Tom. Well, let me think about it.
All right. I'm not unreasonable. I'll let you think. I'll give you 3 minutes.
Mrs. Dirtle, I just spoke to the sheriff himself, and I thought you ought to know, since you live here too, it wasn't a turkey, it was a duck. Oh!
See, people are as crazy here as they are back at the coast.
You can say that again.
See, people are as crazy here as they are.
Never mind.